Hey man, Hebron Ben Bilal coming back at you with another edition of this Boomer's Logic, man. I want to touch on this whole thing with Janet Jackson and what she came out and said about Kamalisa Harris or whatever her name is, and the backlash she got from the black female community. But before we jump into this, man, if you haven't already, like, subscribe, do all the bell for notifications, etc., etc. For you that was on my Facebook page, I had to restart a new Facebook page. Since my old one got hacked, they won't allow me to go in underneath that one. So I'm gonna have to get it all changed. That my wife's gonna take care of that for me. So anyway, without further ado, let's get into this. So if you haven't heard, which you probably have, Janet Jackson was getting interviewed by this lady, and I think it was an Indian lady, and she was pressing Janet about Kamalisa Harris, and how she felt about her. So Janet answered and said, I heard she ain't black. And oh my God, the sisterhood went up, and they bashed her and just crushing her on social media. The sisterhood was just enraged. It's a few things I want to say about that. First, there's no freedom of speech anymore unless you're saying something that doesn't ruffle feathers. There's no freedom of speech. If they agree with you, they say you got the freedom to say what you want. But as soon as they disagree with you, you got to take that down, or you can't say this, you can't say that. So where's the freedom of speech at? That doesn't reside in this country anymore, especially with women, especially black women, because the black women are the ones that came out about Janet Jackson saying that. They were furious. They were outraged. How dare she, and this and this and this and blah, blah, blah. You heard a black radio host coming out and, oh my God, how dare she say that? She can say what she want. She can feel how she want. As soon as somebody disagrees with you about anything, because if you're not a part of this woke cancel culture crap, seriously, you're gonna get canceled, or nobody wants to deal with you. You can't say what's on your mind. You can't say what's on your heart. You just can't. You gotta have blue hair, big mouth, nose rings for anybody to take you serious. As soon as they see you like that, you're a part of the fray. Now let's get into some other little parts of this thing here, man, because I've been kind of hold my thoughts back on this whole Kamalisa Harris thing, because some feathers got ruffled, and I said, okay, I'm gonna chill out for a minute. But I'm gonna say like this. First off, y'all keep running around bolstering about this woman is black. Okay, she's Indian. All you got to do is go back in her old interviews and speeches she gave. Go back. She claims, she makes the proclamation, I'm the first Indian woman. This is what she always says. I am the first Indian woman to have won this or won that, or been, placed on this, placed on that person. And she says it constantly, nonstop. But as soon as it fits the narrative, as soon as she can use it to benefit her, to galvanize black people, and y'all up and, woo, yeah. Woman has already told you she's not black, she's Indian. Then in another interview she gave, the black woman that was asking her said, hey, would you ever make a law that helps black people? She said, no, I wouldn't do that. I would not make a law to help any group of people. But you do all the time. You do that all the time, non-stop. The homosexual community creating laws constantly for these people. So you are making laws and creating laws that will benefit a section of the society. Next, let me give you a little education. I'm going to educate the sisterhood and the brothers who are running around like sheep, pushing this narrative about this woman. First off, she should be at home cooking and cleaning. I don't think she has any kids, but cook for your man, rattle some pans. What do you call a Jamaican? Do you call him black? Because if you ever ran into a Jamaican and you say, hey, are you black? First thing a Jamaican gonna say, no, I'm a Jamaican. You ask a Dominican, hey, are you black? He gonna say, no, I'm Dominican. You ask a Cuban, they're gonna say, no, I'm Cuban. You ask anybody. You ask, hell, you ask, we got a bunch of, what's their names? Haitians over here now. You ask the Haitian, they're gonna say, no, I'm not black, I'm Haitian. So do you understand when you keep trying to attribute blackness to this woman? She's not an American black woman. Now, let me educate you on something else. But before I do, let me finish this up. No ethnic group identifies himself as black except for American blacks. We are the only ones that do it. You can ask an African, they say, nah, I'm Kenyan. I'm African. This is the only group of people like this, which is all over the place, all over the world, that call themselves black, is over here. I don't understand what the argument is, the logic. Y'all keep boasting about this woman is black. First off, she's Jamaican. Her daddy was born in Jamaica. No matter where he's from, no matter what he looks like. But furthermore, he's a white Irish dude that was born in Jamaica. Listen, if you want to believe me or not, all you got to do, it's easy. Just Google it. Look at it. It's right there. But so many of us are sheep, you know what I'm saying, and bumping for certain things. We won't do our homework. We won't look at it and say, well, hold up, let me see. Is she actually black? You know what I'm saying? Just as soon as somebody says she's Jamaican, she's black. No. She Indian and Jamaican. Once again, if you ask a Jamaican if they're black, they're going to tell you no. They're going to say I'm Jamaican. But her daddy is Irish. He was born in Jamaica. So he was born in Jamaica. All you got to do is Google this stuff. It fascinates me. How we become talking heads. I mean, it's crazy. Just because we don't want one person in office, we'll just lie and do all kind of stuff to get another person in office. But that's politics, I guess. You know how I feel. She should be at home cooking and cleaning. She should never be in a position of power like that. No woman should be, ever. In closing, this is what I want to say about this whole thing. If this is such a big issue, and it is a humongous issue. Now, number one, a lot of black people started stepping away from that particular issue because they've been finding out that she's not actually black. A lot have been backing up off of that issue, and now they're raising other, things. Oh, the woman can barely talk. She barely can talk. Oh, did y'all see the thing where she went on, she finally went to a HBCU or whatever, finally went to go talk to black people, except for when Meg Thee Stallion was twerking. She could handle that crowd, because she could say anything, and they was, hey, ooh, look. But she went in front of 3 educated young black people, a female and 2 males. If you ain't seen it, Google it. Look it up. Go to your social medias and look it up. Go to the YouTubes and look it up. She would not answer the questions. And the black girl had gotten to the point where the black girl kept asking her, and hey, listen, you're not answering the question. You're not answering my question. Condoleezza Harris got so mad that she got up, shook their hands, and left. It just was frustrating to her because she doesn't have answers to the questions. I love watching this because it fuels my point that women don't belong in those particular fields. They're too emotional. Instead of sitting and answering the questions, she got super emotional and left. This is the problem. Women deal with emotions too much. And that's what she did. Google it, look it up, but you won't, because you want, in your delusion, you want to feel as if she's, superwoman. Nah, she's a Indian Irish girl who all of a sudden turned black. So, but in conclusion, I want to ask this. It's a real simple question, because she just constantly talks about her mother. She doesn't talk about her dad at all. Now, because he's still alive, she doesn't talk about her dad at all. All she talks about is her mama, her mama, her mama. If this man is black, why don't they just bring him forward and say, hey, we're going to kill this narrative, we're going to kill the rhetoric. This is my dad right here. Or post a picture of her daddy. Anything. Why don't her dad step up and clear the air? And go on social media and say, hey, I'm her father. You know what I'm saying? Because he can't. Because he's a white dude from Ireland. You don't believe me, all you got to do is look it up. But once again, you won't do that because you bumping for this woman so hard that you have fallen down this rabbit hole, and it's too embarrassing to come back out. And these different political parties, they don't care who it is. They're going to vote a certain way. Democrats are going to vote Democrat. Republicans are going to vote Republican. They don't care who is running. It could be, man, it could be a pig with lipstick on. And they'd vote for him. I mean, they was voting for Biden. That dude couldn't even talk. He can't even talk, man. The man has Alzheimer's or something. And they were boosting him up like he was the greatest thing since sliced bread. Now, I'm going to say this. I don't have any preference in regard to Democrat, Republican. Like I said, I don't get caught up in y'all politics, but I just call it like I see it from the outside looking in. I know I liked Ronald Reagan. I don't know if he was a Democrat or Republican. I was really young, and I used to hear my mom talk about him, about how far as you know, economics went. I guess his stuff was called Reaganomics, and how everybody was getting money. You know, the economy was great. I really don't know, because I really don't recall him, because I was young. I liked him. I like the way that the Kennedys moved, even though I wasn't even born. From looking back, knowing their politics, I don't know if they were Democrat or Republican. I don't know. Just, you know, how they had the economy, how they had things working and running. You know what I'm saying? I like Reagan. I like Bill Clinton, the saxophone dude. I think he was a Democrat. I liked him because he stabilized the economy, had things running good. You know what I'm saying? So I'm neither Democrat or Republican. If I like what you're saying and the moves that you're making, I'm cool with it. I'm going to shake my head and give you, yeah, thumbs up. You know what I'm saying? But if you ain't talking about nothing, I'm going to be like, who in the hell would vote for this goofball? And that's Kamala Harris. Who would vote for her? It doesn't make sense. You jumped off the Biden train and jumped straight on Kamala Harris. It's because they're Democrats. It doesn't make sense. Instead of sitting and listening to somebody's agenda and saying, oh, they making the most sense over here. They're going to do some things that we need done, whatever. Because that person is a Republican, you don't vote for them. You don't vote. It just doesn't, it doesn't make sense to me. I mean, put people in power in regards to what they're going to do for your society and your country. They're never going to look out for us. You know what I'm saying? They won't say it directly like Obama said it. They won't say it directly like Kamala said it. She just flat out said, no, I wouldn't make laws, you know, for blacks or for one set of people. That's what she said. But you still gonna run out and vote for her. Hey, man, do you. But anyway, I just wanted to clear the air on that, man, and let people know that there's a difference between Jamaicans. There's a difference between Jamaicans and blacks. There's a difference between Haitians and blacks. There's a difference between Africans and blacks. Just because you have this skin color does not make you black. Understand, the only people who identify as blacks are the ones that's here in America. Nobody else calls them blacks except for here. Nobody else calls themselves black except for right here. So, you know, when you tell this narrative that, oh, she's a black woman. No, she's not. Her daddy from Jamaica, but he's a white dude, and her mama from India. Y'all act like, what's funny is y'all act like, y'all act like you can't have white people who are Jamaican. Hell, you got white people who are Africans. The Afrikaners, they was born there, they got generations that, you know, they raised there, generated 4 and 5, 6 generations of their family members are there, and they're white, and they're Africans. They're called Africans, Afrikaners. You don't believe me? Look it up. But once again, man, I'm gonna end that on that note, and I just wanted to come out with this. I've been really, you know, like this morning I was really thinking about it. I said, man, you know, I'm gonna drop a video, man, and just get my 2 cents. But man, like I always say, man, if you haven't liked, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, tell a friend to tell a friend. Hebron Ben is back with that logic again, and I'll see y'all on the next one.